Hello everybody, and welcome to our channel where we discuss estate planning and probate topics. Today we're going to talk about transferring bank accounts into your revocable living trust. In our last video, we discussed one of the biggest mistakes people make after setting up a revocable living trust is not properly funding their trust. Specifically, we talked about in the last video transferring real property such as your home into your trust. Now, I have talked about what it means to fund a trust in this video up here. But basically, it means changing the ownership of an asset from your personal name into the name of your trust. The revocable living trust technically will own the asset, but since you are the trustee, you still control the assets. Examples might be your home or a bank account, which is what we're talking about today. We really want to assist our clients with funding their trust. Unfortunately, some of them want to do it themselves to save money, and inevitably, items like a bank account are left out of their trust, forcing a probate after their death. I think people sometimes believe they are done once they pay an estate planning attorney to draft and execute a revocable living trust for them. But the reality is that is really just the beginning. To really benefit from your revocable living trust and really for it to be effective, a trust must be properly funded. In the past, we've had to probate estates for people that had a revocable living trust but forgot to put their bank accounts into the trust. The result is it costs their estate thousands of dollars to probate an asset, one bank account, that should have been titled in the name of their revocable living trust. Think about that for a second, and let's do some math again. Let's say your loved one had a bank account with $50,000 in it, and they did not put that bank account into their trust. So we're going to have to probate that one bank account, and with an average probate costing around $5,000, that is, let's see, 5,000 divided by 50,000 is 10%. That makes it basically a 10% penalty just because they forgot to put their bank account into their trust. You guys, you know how low interest rates are. Imagine losing 10% or $5,000 of an account just because it's not in a trust. That is why I like to meet with my estate planning clients at least once a year, 2 years max, and talk about any changes in their financial or their personal life. So when changing the title of a bank account, we usually just need to contact the financial institution, the bank, and ask what form do they need for us to submit to them. And I really wish there was kind of a universal form that we could submit to every bank, but every bank and financial institution has, of course, their own form. Along with the form, they usually require, let's say they do require, a certificate of trust proving that you indeed have a revocable living trust and you can do what you're actually trying to do. For banks, this is usually not a big deal. Most clients are able to keep their same account number, just the title of the account changes. This is great because pre-printed checks can usually still be used until it's time to reorder, so you save a little money. And if you have a debit card, you can usually keep still using that same debit card until it expires, which is a big plus, especially if you have several monthly payments auto-drafting off of that debit card. If you go to an estate planning attorney, like me, the attorney should make certain your bank accounts are properly titled in the name of your trust. Then, anytime something changes in your life, either personally or financially, you should check with your estate planning attorney to see if it affects your revocable living trust. If you go to an estate planning attorney, then spend the extra time and money to get your trust properly funded. It doesn't do you any good to spend thousands of dollars to create a document that's not going to work as intended because it was not properly funded or maintained. In this video up here, I talked about how in the long run, a revocable trust actually saves your estate thousands of dollars if it is properly funded. Remember, a revocable living trust is a living document that needs to grow with you. So come see us and keep your revocable living trust up to date. If you got value today, then please click on the subscribe button below and the like button so you'll get updates every time we post a new video. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, have an awesome week. We'll see you next time.